Hello and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at the Unholy Death Knight. This used to be my main back in Cataclysm, and they had some reworks, but this is going to be for 5.4.8. And a lot of this is just stuff that I like doing, so feel free to take it however you please. The first thing to Unholy Death Knights is you're all about diseases. And the way you apply your diseases is through Plague Strike. It deals weapon damage and it puts on your Frost Fever and Blood Plague, which are your two main dots. Along with a debuff that decreases physical or increases physical damage taken, and you get a pet, which is this guy over here. So that's the first big thing with your diseases. You want to make sure that they are always up. But I'm just going to get straight into the rotation, and I'll talk about stats, and I'll talk about glyphs, and I'll do all that after, because I know that's what you guys are here for. You're here for a rotation. You're here to see broad damage being done, and don't mind Thunderbluff being attacked. It's only Thunderbluff. So what you want to do is you want to start off by using your Outbreak. It instantly applies your Blood Plague, your Frost Fever onto the target, all at once. So as soon as you do that, you want to run in Death and Decay, Festering Strike twice. That way your runes get maxed out and you can't use them anymore. And then you pretty much just spam the hell out of Scourge Strike, which is your main attack. And whenever you have Unholy Rune, but you have a Blood Rune and a Death Rune, you want to use a Festering Strike instead to convert that Blood Rune into a Death Rune. And then once you have Death Runes, you want to start spamming the hell out of your Scourge Strike. And whenever you have Runic Power, which is the secondary, or I guess third resource, is going to be Death Coil, and that's going to be high uptime on your ghoul. Now when you use a Death Coil, let me generate some. It's going to give you a stack of Shadow Infusion. Increases damage dealt by 10% for your pet. I'm just pretty much going through and trying to show you. It stacks up to 5 times. Now you can have it and keep it at 5, or you can use it at the optimal times and use Dark Transformation. That's pretty much turning your ghoul into a monster, pretty much, into a giant Frankenstein. And like I said, just keep up your Frost Fever, or just throw in a Plague Strike every once in a while, just to make sure that your stuff doesn't fall off. But if you do have enough haste, you will be able to use your Festering Strike to refresh your dot timers, and use your Summon Ghoul and Unholy Frenzy off cooldown, and just try to do that over and over and over again. It's really simple, and like I said, just a few simple rules: dots, pet, runes, Festering Strike, and then Runic Dump, which is going to be your Death Coil. Now on to stats. As of right now, we're not in Warlords of Draenor yet. I kind of can't wait for that. But Strength is going to be your #1 stat. And then after that, you want to look for crit. Get as much crit as you can. I have a high amount of haste, but that's only because I'm unholy. Crit is a far more valuable stat than what haste will be, because you already have so much haste, you really don't need it. And all haste really does for you is your auto attacks, and your auto attacks have a chance of generating a free Death Coil, but I'd rather see more crits on my dots. Like, Oh. But anyways, your secondary is, or the stat below that is going to be mastery. Shadow damage. The only thing that isn't shadow damage that you're doing is your frost fever, and that should be it. That means Scourge Strike's going to hit like a truck if it crits. That's why you want crit, along with Death and Decay. Death and Decay does do more damage than what one Scourge Strike is, and it's equal amount. It's equal or better is what I heard, or I mean read from websites, such as Icy Veins and Nex or something like that. But yeah, that's what you want to be gemming for, is critical strike, critical strike, critical strike. But your main priority for stats is hit and expertise, of course, 7.5 or 7.5% expertise and hit rating. It's really not that hard. You can go through an LFR, you can get geared pretty quickly. All this is normal that I used to raid with my guild with, except for the LFR stuff and all that. So that has been glyphs too, I suppose, and talents. I go with Rolling Blood because I don't like Pestilence, and I can't remember to use something as often as Plague Leech, but it is very good if you like micromanaging. Purgatory, just in case. You'll never know if what's going to hit you and suddenly you're dead and you're just wasted DPS. Anti-magic zone is good too, but I haven't seen it be useful. It is useful in some fights, such as like Siege of Orgrimmar on Dark Shamans and a couple other fights, but personally I like Purgatory. Death's advance, it just increases your movement speed. As a DPS, that's almost vital. If you can get to your target faster than the other DPS, you can get more damage, so you'll be worth more in a raid. So yeah, Death's Pact, it's a amazing survival cooldown. I actually shouldn't be using this one. I should be using Runic Corruption. That pretty much gives you a 45% chance to increase your runic generation by 100%. Empowered Rune, or Runic Empowerment, is also very... Nobody really takes it because it's too RNG. This is actually a buff that you get. Let's see if I can actually fire one off. But then there's Blood Tap, which is a good one. I'll admit. I mean, it's a on use, and it can give you a free. Up there it is. Increases my runic generation, or your rune regeneration. But Blood Tap is it's a buff that stacks up to 12 every time that you use a death coil. It stacks 2. So every time that you use 6 death coils, you get a free rune, which is good. It's definitely worth it if you're into the whole micromanaging. And then this one, it really doesn't matter. I take Gorfine's Grip just for the trash. It's really whatever. It's whatever you wish. Glyph of Pestilence, it just increases the range. I like it. I actually don't play this character a lot, so I don't really go through all this. This one, I like it. It just doesn't hurt you anymore. My secondary is Frost. I'll probably do a video on that soon. But this one was just a quick video. If you guys want to see a more in-depth, I'll be more than happy to do it. Or if you want to see like a UI video, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just send me, just comment down below. Tell me what you want to see. I'll keep making these random videos unless somebody tells me, oh, make a blah video. And I'll be more than happy to do it. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and have a very great day.